Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Welcome to Special Report for Thursday, September the 10th. One more day until we hit Friday. Welcome to everyone watching this morning. Thank you, Casey Scurries, for your sponsorship. I am Chris Olgorn, and I am here with
Daniel LaPrague. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Today's going to be slightly different.
We have a special
we have a
report.
special report. So today's special report will not be on at 1 p.m. It will be on at 12 p.m. Doug Ford will be in Sudbury with the Minister of Energy, Northern Development Mines, and Indigenous Affairs, Greg Rickford, and also Michael Thibodeau, who is the Associate Minister of Mental Health and Addictions. They'll be making an announcement at noon today, so we will have a special report at noon, and that will be coming from Sudbury, so make sure you take note of the special time today.
Getting closer to us.
Yes, that is. They apparently found out there's something called Northern Ontario, even if they only made it to Sudbury.
Yes.
But it is progress. So baby steps, right? Baby steps.
That's right.
They're getting closer. But actually, there's a hospital announcement we'll have as well. Not here in the Sioux, but a hospital being expanded in Northern Ontario as well. So we'll get to that a little bit later in the program. However, as many of you know, there was a massive explosion in Beirut, Lebanon. And we carried that when it happened. And then there was also a lot of fundraising that went on after that. The Canadian government donated money to several charities helping out. Well, just a few minutes ago, a fire broke out right near the original location where there was the explosion. You'll be able to see that on your screen there. And obviously, this is a massive fire. You can tell by the smoke coming. Right. But this fire is in the area where the original explosion happened. So we have no details on exactly why this fire started, or what was the cause, or how they're battling it, or anything. Because also the other issue with battling this fire is it's not like there's streets anymore. They're all covered in debris. So
just from the last time.
From the last one. So it's hard to even get to. I did see some videos of people running away from it who were workers working in the area doing cleanup. But at this point, we have no details on exactly what happened there. But if we do before the end of the show, we'll let you know. If not, hopefully we'll have an update for you at noon today with the special report at noon. Okay. Speaking of the Trudeau government, there was a small scandal involving one of the largest charities in Canada, the We Charity, which was founded by the Kilburgers. And there has been Bill Morneau, the finance minister, resigned. He had received like $41,000 worth of a free trip, which he then paid to the We Charity. Every member of Trudeau's family has basically spoken at We Charity events, and some of them have been paid for those speaking engagements. Justin Trudeau has been there at those events. But they have decided all of their corporate sponsors basically have stepped away from the organization. They were already in some financial difficulties prior to this scandal. So the We Charity is actually closing down its operations in Canada. Now, what does this actually mean? Well, you're not going to see the big We events like there was at the Sky Dome, whatever they're calling it these days, Rogers Centre, where you had all these high school students over several days bust in and fill up the Sky Dome, encourage them to do good works and things like that. That's all gone. So they have no operations left in Canada. Now they do operate in other countries, and there's been nothing about them closing down the We Charity in other countries that they operate in. Like, for example, I know they operate in the UK. As a matter of fact, Trudeau's wife spoke at a We Charity event in the UK, and that's actually the trip that she was on when she caught COVID-19. Little side note. So, the We Charity is no longer in Canada. They've closed down. Now, New Democrat MP Charlie Angus said that this is obviously disturbing that a charity this large could literally be just shut down this fast over
the scandal.
The scandal attached to it.
Over the edge.
Really pushed it over the edge. A lot of their board members had already resigned about 2 months prior to this scandal breaking because they were trying to get the financial reports from the company, and from the charity, and they were not being forthcoming with those. And a good chunk of the board had resigned because of that, because the board's purpose is to be oversight, and if you can't see the financials, how do you do any sort of oversight?
How do you govern it?
Exactly.
As a board.
So a lot of the board was new. A lot of it was, their board was just gone. So no more We Charity, no more We Charity events in Canada. We'll let you know if anything happens with the We Charity outside of Canada, but for now, it's just their Canadian operations that have shut.
Mm-hmm. And given everything that happened, it's obviously contributing factors to it.
Yeah.
Okay, getting on with local news, police news. Not unimpaired today, but we have a man charged with trafficking. A traffic stop by Sault Ste. Marie Police has resulted in drug charges for a 21-year-old man. Early Wednesday morning, officers saw a vehicle traveling the wrong way along Andrew Street. They stopped the vehicle and approached it, picking up the scent of cannabis as they did. A subsequent search of the vehicle and two occupants uncovered what is believed to be cocaine, meth, and oxycodone. The passenger of the vehicle, Aaron Lapasse, is charged with 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance for the purpose of trafficking and possession of proceeds of crime. So this is what happens. You drive the wrong way down the street and you draw attention to yourself. And, there you go.
Yeah.
You get pulled over. And
You'd think you'd probably, if you're driving around with drugs in your car, you'd probably want to
do things properly.
Do things the proper way. Like, don't give them an excuse to pull you over.
Yeah, but they're not the brightest,
It amazes me sometimes how people get caught. It's like...
Yeah, and traffic stops are a great source.
It's a great source
to get drugs off the street.
How often do we talk about traffic stops or the reason why we've had certain drug busts? Okay, Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce has a town hall coming up on Monday. It's going to include Doug Ford and Vic Fideli. Vic Fideli is the Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. It is at 2:30 to 3:30 on Monday, September the 14th. Now this is online. It's free to attend for Chamber of Commerce members. However, you do need to advance register. So go to the Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce website and you can register for the town hall there. Actually, that's the first time Doug Ford's been on town hall with the Northern Ontario Chamber of Commerce in maybe about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I was on the last one that he was on.
Yeah, and it's virtual, of course.
And it's virtual, obviously, so it's not going to be...
Yeah.
You're not going to be shaking Doug Ford's hand, but you can ask him a question.
That's right. And hopefully he'll eventually make it to Sault Ste. Marie.
And they'll probably have some sort of announcement connected to that, too, to help businesses. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're looking for money, though, not from the government... Well, kind of from the government in a way, but
the government runs all the gambling.
Not an actual handout. But Northern Ontario Ticket has claimed the massive 65 million jackpot.
Apparently, this is breaking news, by the way, for those of you who just saw the breaking news come up on our screen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, breaking news.
So
this is the part where we put the breaking news. Up, not the fire in Beirut, but the lottery ticket. Yeah.
So breaking news. Check your tickets. A single winning ticket for the whopping $65 million Lotto Max jackpot from Tuesday, September 8th. Draw was sold in Temiskaming Cochrane District in Northern Ontario. Last night's draw produced some other big wins across the province. The second prize winning ticket was worth $208,034, was sold in Peterborough. An encore ticket worth $100,000 was also sold in Brampton. So lots of winning going on in Ontario, and Northern Ontario has got a winner there for once. So.
Yeah, and another guy locally here too.
Absolutely.
Won some cash.
So we got Bernie.
Yes.
Hooks his way into.
Bernie is burning it up with his bank account right now.
I love these headlines. Bernie hooks it into $300,000 on his way to go fishing. Hook, line, and sinker. There's Bernie up on the screen. 62-year-old grandfather was on his way to go fishing when he stopped to buy worms, snacks, and a scratch ticket. Bernie DeVoe of Sault Ste. Marie says he didn't play the ticket until later that evening and realized he won after uncovering the last number. Bernie was ecstatic to find he had won $300,000. The bowling alley employee plans to pay his mortgage and some bills and share some with his wife so she can enjoy some shopping. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's important. Gotta include the wife's shopping in there.
Oh, yeah. Just make sure that she goes to stores with an upper price limit.
Yes.
Like Dollarama, where nothing over $4.
Yes, you can buy the whole store.
Fill the full cart. It's only like $80. Something like that. Yeah. Make that $300,000 stretch out a bit. Okay. Speaking of stretching out, in classrooms across the province of Ontario, some kids actually can't even stretch without punching the kid next to them. I'm not advising you actually test that way for social distancing for the kids still watch it. Teachers have been putting up photos of classrooms across Ontario where the desks are not the at least 1 meter apart each direction. Now, they have been saying, the teachers' unions have been saying that they don't have enough protective equipment, they don't have enough spacing in the classrooms. I know personally here, I have not received a message from a single parent complaining about spacing in classrooms, personal protective equipment, or their kid not getting picked up by the bus. Nothing's come into us as a news
seem to
tip
be doing
either as
pretty
well.
well.
So locally, this doesn't seem to be an issue, but apparently in parts of the province, this is an issue. And teachers have been taking these snapshots and they've been posting them on social media and so on. So locally, we have no knowledge of any of the schools not using the correct physical distancing requirements, or for that matter, not having enough protective equipment for both the kids, teachers, and administrative staff. We do know that there was a shortage of bus drivers. That seems to have alleviated itself. We contacted a number of counselors and other people about that bus driver shortage, and it doesn't look like any kids weren't picked up on the day that they were supposed to. So things are looking pretty good here in the Algoma district with regards to education and our kiddies going back to school. So hopefully things will stay where they are now. We won't see an outbreak. There was someone in Oakville who tested positive for COVID-19 in a school. But so far we haven't seen any sort of outbreaks. But you won't anyways, because it takes several days for COVID-19 to even show up and so on.
It's gonna be around. I mean, it just
you won't see stuff in real numbers pop up in the school until probably later next week. So what's going on with the weather?
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to take a look at our live view, which is sponsored by WirelessCom.ca. The sun's trying to come out a little bit, but it's a little bit cool this morning once again. And we are going to see a mix of sun and cloud later today before we get back into some rain this weekend. But I'll have those details, your 3-day forecast, regional temperatures, and all that coming up after this break. Again, our weather is brought to you by Northern Lights Detailing, and our camera is sponsored by WirelessCom.ca. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For all those times.
Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
A message from the Government of Canada.
It's been a while since I've seen Joe. We were a couple of pranksters, and Joe was always full of surprises. But today, he's the one in for a surprise.
The thing is, Joe doesn't live here anymore. For people living with dementia, getting lost can happen unexpectedly. Are you ready to help? Help people living with dementia live safely in our communities. Contact your local Alzheimer's Society and visit YourWayOntario.ca.
And welcome back to a special report for Thursday, September the 10th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and thank you to KC Securities for your sponsorship. Thank you to WirelessCom for sponsoring our view of the downtown and waterfront, and also to Northern Lights Detailing for sponsoring the weather. If you'd like to interact with us when we're live on the air, you can go to Sue Onlining's Facebook page, and on there, click on the video, and you'll be able to open up our show live, being Facebook live streamed, and there's a chat box on the side where you can make comments. So feel free to send us good mornings. If you have birthday announcements, anniversaries, anything you'd like to announce on the air, you can post it there, and we see it live. But speaking of live, let's go to Weather Daniel for some weather updates. What's going on outside?
Thank you very much, Chris, and good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's enjoying this Thursday, another short week, so we're almost to Friday, just like that. So we are going to see a decent day today and tomorrow before things change for the weekend. As you can see on our radar shot here, this is what's just moved through over the last, we did get a lot of rain last night into the evening and overnight as we thought we would. There's high pressure over here over Minnesota right now. So we are in the clear for the next couple of days. We aren't going to see a whole lot going on until the next system moves through on the weekend, probably Saturday into Saturday night, or early Saturday evening into Saturday night and Sunday. You're going to see some rain, maybe a little bit during Saturday, but we'll get into that shortly with the 3-day. So enjoy the little bit of a break from the rain when we have it. Okay, these are your expected highs for today in our region. 18 in Thunder Bay. You might want to break out your shorts and sunscreen because that's about as hot as it's going to get in the northeastern Ontario region today. 14 in Wawa. 15 in Timmins, Sault Ste. Marie and Elliott Lake, and then 14 as well in Sudbury. But after you put those shorts on and the sunscreen, you're going to bring out the parka tonight. 5 degrees overnight in Thunder Bay, 9 in Wawa and Sault Ste. Marie, 5 also in Timmins there, and then 6 overnight in Elliott Lake and 7 in Sudbury. Surely there's going to be more frost warnings issued or advisories issued in our region, so keep that in mind depending on where you are. So currently we are sitting at 8 degrees out there. The sun is trying to peek out. We are going to see the sun come out later on today, but there is a 30% chance of a lingering shower this morning. It will clear out though by noon. Winds will become northwest in the afternoon, 14 kilometers per hour, nothing too major. UV index will be 6. Overnight we will see a few clouds, a low of 9. Fog patches will develop overnight, and the winds will continue overnight and they will diminish into the late night. And we will see humidity is only at 68% there, and there's no humidex factor. Okay, getting into your 3-day forecast. Friday, we're looking at a high of 20, mainly sunny. It has changed a little bit, and fog patches will dissipate in the morning. We will see a low of 11 overnight, and it will be cloudy. And then as you can see, Saturday we will see clouds move in, overcast for the morning, and then periods of rain starting in the afternoon and into the night. 19 degrees with a low of 14 on Saturday. That continues on Sunday, 17 degrees with 60% chance of showers. It'll be windy on Sunday, and then we will see a 40% chance of showers overnight on Sunday with a low of 11. So we do have that rain and moving back in. We are into this stormy season where we get all the wind and rain, and so it is coming back on the weekend. And as well, we will see some sun come back next week, but it's going to be kind of all over the place. But I'll have that 7-day as well as your weather watcher coming up. Remind everybody as well, when you interact with us on Facebook Live, we appreciate that. But you can also go to SueOnline.com and find all our other social media channels there. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's all there, so make sure you connect with us on all those platforms. Chris and I will be back right after this break with more local news, so stay tuned.
welcome back to your special report for Thursday, September the 10th. Thank you very much. I was combining 10th and thank you at the same time, trying to save some time there. Thursday, September the 10th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you to KC Securities for your sponsorship. Okay, off the top, I talked about a hospital in the north being expanded, and there is a little bit further north than us, but at least
up there.
Yeah, the provincial government seems to have found someplace north of Sudbury, which is a positive development.
This is
Very big development, yeah. So anyways, in Moosonee, the hospital is getting a $19.4 million investment from the province. This is going to redevelop the hospital so that they can add in ambulatory care out on Moose Factory Island, because there isn't any care out there right now. So the new state-of-the-art hospital will have 39 inpatient beds in private rooms, a larger emergency department, and modern surgical suites that they can use, among other improvements. And there'll also be a 32-bed lodge that will be constructed in Moosonee, allowing for local elders to remain in the community to receive the care that they need. Speaking of care, COVID-19 numbers came out yesterday, down slightly over the previous few days where we were up in the 175, 180 range. We're down to 149 cases and 0 deaths. It's not surprising that the deaths are fairly low, given that most of the cases are actually in people under the age of 40 who are predominantly healthy. Because the people who are passing away from COVID-19 usually have at least one comorbidity or more. Young people usually don't have that, so that's why you're seeing a lower death rate and also lower hospitalization numbers as well. 28 of the public health units had 5 or fewer cases. 21 had no new cases at all, including the Algoma district. Most of the cases were in Toronto and Peel, and a couple more in Ottawa. They did 17,600 tests, which is down from the normal amount of tests, but that's not an overall surprise. There has been days where we've tested less people because less people have requested it. So
that's a good sign too.
Yeah, it's also a good sign that people aren't getting sick and having to go get tested.
That's right.
So there's two ways to look at that number. Ontario's positivity rate is at 0.85%. We were down around 0.4 at one point, so it's doubled up to 0.85. However, that's still way below. At one point, we were at 17%, then we were stabilized around 7% positivity rate, and now we're, 0.85 is pretty good. 69% of all the new cases were in people under the age of 40. 55 people are in the hospital for COVID-19, and 15 in intensive care, and 8 are breathing with the help of a ventilator. Big night tomorrow night for the Raptors, because last night was also a very big night, and it went late. Yeah, double overtime.
Double overtime. At the end of regulation, they were tied at 98. So the Raptors did pull it off, though, by 3 points, 125 to 122. They've tied the series 3-3. Game 7 will go Friday night, and we expected this, right? I mean, we know the Raptors are used to coming from behind. They like to make it dramatic. Yes. Those last-minute wins. Yes. There's been, a few of those this series. So,
and they also they seem to like to play 7 games and really tire themselves out before they get to the next round, instead of just winning in 4. But you get to watch some extra sports, which at this point in time, there's not much sports going on. So thank you to the Raptors for extending list of 7 full games.
So we have something to talk about.
So we actually have something to talk about during sports. So thank you, Raptors, for that. Best of luck to the Raptors tomorrow night. Hopefully they will be able to make it to the next round. But we'll be right back with the 7-day forecast. Hold tight.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
It's easier to say nothing than blend in. But I need to speak up for what I know is right. I have a voice. I can lead the way. I will be a light in my community.
And welcome back to Special Report on Thursday, September 10th, just after 8:26. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Thank you to our sponsors once again, Wireless Comm for the camera, Northern Lights Detailing for the weather, and KC Security for the show. So we're going to get into the 7-day. And if you're noticing your sunsets are getting smaller or shorter too, 7:59 is your sunset for tonight. We are not going to see any sunsets past 8 p.m. anymore until April 5th, 2021. So just thought I'd throw that out there. We are going to look at our 7-day now, which is all over the map again. It's kind of a mixed bag here. We got some sun and clouds on Friday, rain and showers on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures are staying up though into the high teens. Monday, Tuesday, we clear back out and we see some sun, 17 degrees on Tuesday. Wednesday, rain is back, and then Thursday, it will clear out once again. Sun and clouds, 18 degrees. Overnight lows, 11 degrees up to 14, then back down to 8 by next Thursday. So it's all over the place. Thank you again to Northern Lights Detailing at 632 Great Northern Road for sponsoring our weather, and they are hiring. If you are interested, go check them out. We're going to see the Weather Watcher now here, which is from, and Chris will know this one, it's from Wasaga Beach.
Yes.
Of the waves from the past weekend. And you made sure that was sent in to me over the weekend.
That was my uncle took that photo.
Yeah, your uncle. So so we appreciate that. So it's a nice shot there. They had a good storm as well when it rolled through. So,
oh boy, did we ever!
Yeah. So what we got here,
we got it like a couple hours later, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was quite the storm. I mean, the waves. I've never seen waves like that at Wasaga Beach before. Like prior to the storm.
Yeah. It was,
I mean, you could have been out there surfing. I mean, there was white caps and
It was big, yeah.
Yeah, and they had pushed some the sand to block the water too, because it was coming up onto the actual beach.
Oh wow!
And they had used some bulldozers and pushed and made these like sand walls because the water was just it was coming in so fast and in and coming up into the beach, and then right at beach level is all the stores.
Right.
So they had to try and block it to prevent the water from getting through.
Wow. And send your photos and videos to Weather Watcher at ontvweather@gmail.com. Sorry, we get chatting. I forgot about that.
And also, we're going to do a quick update here. You're going to see the fire in Beirut. This fire is right near where the original explosion was, which we carried a few weeks, well, actually over a month ago. And there's we donated money through the Canadian government, and then also there was charitable contributions as well to help the people in Lebanon. Left over 300,000 people homeless. And obviously during COVID-19, and then you have the hospitals overcrowding, and this caused some outbreaks as well. And so now, as they're doing the cleanup, there's now this massive fire. We don't know what actually caused the fire. However, at this time, we will be able to hopefully bring you some more information at noon today. I'll be back today. Today's special report is on at 12 because Doug Ford will be in Sudbury at 12 o'clock with Greg Ripkard and Michael Tibilow. So we'll see you at noon.
Take care.